So, like, with the whole not being believed thing, so I wrote my book, and originally I was believed and I was supported. It wasn't until these other channels here on YouTube took my videos and started rewriting my life in their narrative that suddenly everything I said was a lie. And they said, well, we proved you lied by contacting your abusive family. We contacted your sister, my younger sister, who contacts me only every couple of years to remind me that she still hates me and wants me to suffer and die. That's an abusive situation right there. And and your aunt, we contacted your aunt, and your aunt said that it was all a lie. My aunt, who also drove all the way to Florida from Georgia to leave a bottle of apple juice on my handicapped brother's grave for synthetic urine to make sure nobody believed Adonis Paul was a scammer when he held a fundraiser to urinate on my brother's grave. Because he raised the money to do it, somebody had to do it. And my aunt took it on herself because that's what loving, caring, supportive families do. Other people have been contacted. The problem is that they side with me, so they're not believed. Imagine that. Like, Kathy says that my parents didn't handicap my brother. I have another aunt who says that that's exactly the story she was told, which was what my grandmother was telling people. And y'all might ask, well, why would your grandmother be saying such horrible things? Because she lived a horrible life, and she did not like that her daughter was choosing to live the same life, and she was not going to let her just forget about it. She told me things that I didn't remember specifically so that my mother would be aware that even after her mother died, somebody knew what happened. My grandmother didn't want it to be a secret. That's why she talked extensively throughout the family about it. And if they would talk to other members of the family who aren't under Kathy's thumb, they would get that viewpoint. But Kathy says, well, Kathy says my other aunt is lying, or she's naive and stupid. Everybody but Kathy is stupid, you know. Everybody in the whole world. So what would that little nothing child know? My neighbors have been contacted. One of my neighbors told me about something that I didn't remember, which was that there was a fight between them and my father, where my father and my older sister used my little brother's diapers, soiled diapers, as ammunition to attack their home. Makes Kathy pissing on my little brother's grave sound normal, doesn't it? That neighbor was told she was lying. They contacted her and she told them these things. She told them that she can remember hearing my mother and father screaming all the time, that their parents were friends with my parents when we lived in another trailer park, and they did meth. And things like her remembering seeing her throw little Ronnie in through the window of the car. Instead of opening the door and putting him in a car seat, she would just kind of slide him in on the side of the seat and let him lay there. She would just sling him over her shoulder like a sack of potatoes, like he wasn't even a real person. Everybody that was around noticed that. So they contacted this neighbor who said all these things, and then they said, "You're lying. You're just lying because you're her friend." I had not spoken to this neighbor in about 20 years. Like, they had no reason to come out of the woodwork to lie to support me. We weren't even good friends when we were children, because I wasn't good friends with anybody when I was a child. But anybody that comes out to support me with witness statements or anything at all, They're going to be beaten down and disproven and told that they are just making it up. They're lying. Because I'm obviously a liar, so anybody who corroborates my story is also a liar, ensuring that I'll never be believed.